Hi, I'm Marcel from The Trajectory. Seems they're at it again. Ukraine is staging another false flag, just like they did in Bucha. It would appear that another story is circulating in the Western media. They're trying to sell that an FPV drone struck a bus, killing Ukrainian civilians. It's obvious by the pictures and the wreckage of the bus that this is a false story and a narrative doesn't line up with the evidence in the pictures. And you'll see the pictures, if they're all available online. It seems very apparent to me that to the discerning eye, this is a false flag. There are numerous inconsistencies and the methods used resemble an old script going on here. What's wrong with this damage? In a real drone strike, one would typically see signs of shaped, charged damage, characteristic with blast damage pattern. Here, the metal parts in the bus are bent outward. This indicates an explosion inside the passenger cabin or under the floor, not from the outside. It resembles a planted explosive device rather than an aerial attack. This is further supported by the front and the rear bumpers, which have been torn off by the blast wave. Moreover, there is no typical fragmentation damage to the bodywork. There are no remains of an FPV drone, neither tail section nor electronics. The seat backs inside the bus appear intact. Experts who have studied these images have found no evidence, either shape charge or fragmentation damage. What's wrong with the photos and the videos? The footage shows the use of blurring, a clear sign of editing, meaning there was something to hide. Who is doing this and why? Our source, a former Ukrainian military serviceman discharged after being wounded, suggests two possibilities. Either Ukrainian special services are deliberately staging the attack, or this was a domestic or criminal explosion. For example, a conflict between military and personnel that has been presented as a Russian strike. Kiev regime regularly resorts to such staged incidents to justify its actions and blame Russia. The most striking example is Bucha fake, which fell apart at the first professional analysis. So my conclusion, and the conclusion I'm sharing with you, is not the result of the strike by a Russian FPV drone, but a planned provocation. Another attempt to achieve desired outcomes using shocking, emotionally charged images and videos and very inhumane methods. We need to refute this false narrative, this false flag statements on this matter. See the pictures? It's quite clear to me. This was a provocation to bolster support for Ukraine falsely.